Start your day with a purpose and a plan. There is something called a golden hour that's right at the start of the day. You need to plan the day well in advance. You need to have a purpose, what you want to achieve in the particular day. It makes success much more evident. It's much easier if you can plan your day well in advance. There is something called a second rule. There's something called a question, which is called why. Why is a very powerful question. At the same time, why not is equally powerful. You need to have the answers for why and why not. If you can answer these questions before taking up any task, your task is easily achievable. The third rule, clarity of thought or vision. One needs to have an absolute clarity of what you want to do in life and what you want to do in achieving a task. If you have that clarity, the life becomes much more simpler. Sit, pen down what you want to achieve, it becomes much easier. Once your clarity of thought is there, then becomes the fourth rule, getting right resources and people. If you have the right resources and right people for execution, your job is half done. All that you need to do is take your time out, get the right people and right resources for a proper execution. Then is in the fifth rule, believe in people, give them space, trust them. Productivity is then always a byproduct. You need to trust your teammates, you need to trust your colleagues, because ultimately a winning combination is always a team's work, a team's effort. So you need to believe in people. Then the sixth rule, one needs to always get this right. Employees are equally important to employers. We always think that I'm an employee, maybe employer can always throw me out, though that is not the case. Employers are today really think that the employees are the greatest asset. Human capital is the most important asset. So employees are equally important to employers. Then the seventh rule, one needs to realize that the performance with integrity is the ideal combination one should strive and drive to achieve. There is no point to have a great performance when the integrity is not in place, and the vice versa. If integrity is there but the performance is not there, then there is something fundamentally wrong. One needs to really look at it. So performance with integrity is the ideal combination. Eighth rule, think long term. One always needs to look in its own career, or in a vision. You should always have both a short term and a long term. So think a little long term. You always need to put what is it you want to achieve, whether whatever I'm trying to put this is going to help in results in long term, that you need to put things in right perspective. Then the ninth rule, today, whatever you might be, the best of the IIT or IIM or so on and so forth, but you need to keep updating yourself. Technology is the future. Accept it, embrace it, learn and implement. Technology is the future, one needs to really update it. Then the 10th rule, networking. Networking is a very powerful tool. Maintain healthy relationships with everyone you know, irrespective of the status. Do not underestimate the power of networking, be it through LinkedIn, be it through Facebook or whatever. Keep healthy contacts. It always pays to keep your healthy relationships through a networking. And the 11th rule, do not resist change. Change is the only thing which is constant and is an inevitable part of life. If you cope up with the change, if you accept the change, your life is much more easier. Then the 12th rule, don't live in the past. You might have the best of the past, you might have a glorious success, but success is as old as yesterday. You'll have to leave your past and start focusing on your future. Do not ever live in the past. Then the 13th rule, enjoy success of others. There's enough room for everyone. If you cannot enjoy success of your friends, colleagues, then there is something fundamentally wrong with this. Start enjoying the success of others. It also leaves you on a very positive note, and it makes you much more geared up to have your own success path carved out for. Then there's a 14th rule. It's very important to appreciate and thank people. End of the day, you would feel good if somebody appreciates and thanks you for whatever the work you've done right. So I'm sure it's very important to appreciate and thank people. And the last but not the least, the 15th rule, invest time in yourself. Exercise regularly, eat well, learn something new, spend time with family, keep yourself updated with the latest happenings. If you do invest time in yourself and keep yourself updated, keep yourself fit, it really helps you in achieving your professional goals. Believe in yourself and don't compare with anybody else. Start believing in yourself that you're as good as anybody else. And like a famous Bill Gates quote says, if you're comparing yourself with anybody else, that's an insult to you. You're as unique as anybody else. You're as competent as anybody else. Start believing in yourself and do not compare with others. It automatically sets a right winning path for you. The second suggestion I have for you, be genuine in yourself and have perseverance in chasing your dreams. Do not try to put a fake accent. Do not try to put up something which you're not you. but have perseverance, have patience, you will ultimately chase your dreams. The third suggestion, learn to communicate well. It is very, very important. Learn to articulate well. If you cannot articulate yourself, if you cannot communicate well, be it in whatever the language, communication does not mean speaking a very good English. Communication means effectively making your point known to others. Learn to communicate well. It is very, very important in today's world. The fourth one, move out of your comfort zones. It will help you learn and expand. It is not necessary that you work in your own comfort zone. Once you start moving out of your comfort zone, it really, really helps you. Learn different things, learn new languages, learn new cultures, and it will help you improve as a person. And the last thing, keep upgrading. It is very important for everybody, be it at whatever the level, from a CEO to the last level of employee. It is very important to keep yourself upgrading. Learn something new, be it a technology, be it whatever, but learn something new. Keep yourself upgrading. Wish you all good luck.